Over the years, I figured out that there was a way of systematizing businesses. A very simplified way. Systems is this, right? First, eliminate. Then, automate. And then delegate. What are the 3 steps, guys?
Eliminate, automate, delegate.
Again.
Eliminate, automate, delegate.
Come on, guys, seriously. Again. Eliminate, automate, delegate. Thank you. If you go back to your business and you start eliminating, let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? Eliminating is about clearing up the messes. Clearing up the messes. And sometimes it's not even in the business. Sometimes it's not necessarily in the business. Sometimes it could be your office. You know, your office is such a mess. If you just clean it up, you can actually go back to work and think. People hire me and they pay a big, mucho dólares, right? A lot of money for me to go to their businesses and actually help them out. And they expect me to go in and bring in all my strategies and all my systems and accounting and marketing and operation. And then we sit down after the meeting. Sometimes I say, you know what? I'm going to go for a coffee, and I want you guys to clean up that office. I'll be back in 2 hours. They're like, what? Yeah. Because if your office is a mess, you can't think. If your environment is a mess, if your physical environment is a mess, if your emotional environment is a mess, if your relationship environment is a mess, if your taxes are a mess, if your bedroom is a mess, if your car is a mess, if there are physical, emotional, relationship messes in your life, you can't think. You know what, guys? Every single one of you in this room has a decision to make right now. Every one of you, you have that decision to make. And you've been postponing, putting it off. You know exactly what I'm talking about? Because every one of you has that decision to make. Some of you are like, oh yeah, I know. Ooh, don't look at me. And because you haven't made that decision, there's always that crap lingering in your life. And that is hindering your ability to take your business to the next level. I swear to you. And it could be as simple as cleaning your office. For some of you, it might be, I need to file my taxes. For some of you, it's, I need to figure out how to pay that debt back. For some of you, it's, I need to collect that debt back. But there's a decision that you need to make. And it's bearing down on you right now. At least one for every one of you. Make that decision. Put your foot down. When you work with me, when you work with anyone as a coach, any one of us as a coach, the first thing we're going to tell you is in the first 30 days. What do we do in the first 30 days? We clean the messes. Once you've eliminated, then you start automating. Automating, that's when you start creating some processes. What's a process? What's a system? A what? Policies and procedures. What else? How to? But yeah, but give me how to. What do you call that? How to? What do you call that? What's it called? Yes, it's operating procedures. Actions. Action steps. Yes. What else? Internal control procedures. Procedures, processes, steps. What else?
Systems like accounting systems.
Accounting systems. Reports. What else? Job descriptions. What else? Templates. What else? Checklists. What else? The phases of production. What else? The 5 steps of selling. What else? A strategy plan. What else? A script. There are hundreds of systems that need to be created. So you guys are already doing things. What I'm asking is start automating those things. Start automating those things. And then once they're automated, you can start delegating. That's when the music starts to play in your ear because you've been working really, really hard and now, whew. But you see, if you try delegating before, it's not going to work. And many of you have tried that. You try to go out of the sequence. You try to delegate something that hasn't been automated. So in other words, you go to an employee and you say, figure this out, buddy. Figure this out. Well, the employee will not figure it out. That's not the job of an employee to figure it out. That's your job. Unless there's an exception to that. Unless you run a multi-million, billion-dollar company. Then you can actually afford to hire thinkers. All of you in this room cannot afford to hire anybody to think for you. Those are too expensive. You have to think for yourself. You have to automate. It's hard work. Hard work. But here's the good news. It's very short. It's very short. Most people can do it in 6 months. Everyone in this room can do it in 2 years, for sure. The average is probably about a year. But if you go back to your business with the mindset of automating, and then you start automating like crazy, within a year or two, your business is going to be at a completely different place. And I know for some of you, like 2 years, that's crazy. Well, yeah, but come back to live in my world where people come to me all the time. They're 75 years old and they're losing everything. They're 50 years old. They're 60 years old. They're 40 years old. They've been in business for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And they're losing everything because they never went through that phase of automation. Yes, it takes time. But it's going to save you time. It's going to save you hurdles. It's going to save you heartache. You have to do it. If you want to be successful in business, it's about systematizing, and it's about eliminating, automating, and delegating. Is that simple or what? That is the essence of systems. That's not the boss system. That's the essence of systems.